It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we've got the rookie Christian Watson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Packers and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD. That moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Rodgers going to come out throwing. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. To throw is Rodgers. There's a nice move. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the man for... Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Look at the big man rumble. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when...
And now it's blocked. Oh, the Packers have it. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. So after all that, it's just your everyday 6-2 ball game.
And let's think about how important that can turn out to be, because remember, it's not just a 2-point swing. It's a 3-point swing. I'm just wondering, you think they can load the bases and hit a home run and tie it up?
Well, I was going to ask you, I can't remember the last time that I've seen a 6-2 score in football.
Me either. I've been racking my brain on that one. 6-2? Not often.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The 4th down run successful. successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A great effort. I mean, does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a draw play. This is Jones. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend for the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. This one brought in by Jefferson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage. Either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on 1st down. A complete once again to Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll complete this one to Watson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They run it again with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Rodgers now to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. The big fella. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
so the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. The Vikings in a hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to it behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's up. Burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially solve this one away. Now here's a look for the end zone. That is going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now Rodgers. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, from what we said, Brandon, it certainly appears that that touchdown should just about do it.
Probably, but I'll play the analyst here. You know we've seen some crazier endings.
That we have, and maybe we should sit back and make sure we can stay around for the ride because it could be a wild finish.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for two. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 11. A little under 50 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 10 seconds to go. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. One last shot now for Cousins. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out of this ball game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway. Once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Packers, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.